And do you have a favorite right now?
Well, Kevin, like anyone, I definitely have some ideas of who I think could be there and the last one standing. But I'm staying neutral. Number one, it's my job, and predictions only lead to the possibility I'm wrong, and I don't want to do that.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Curry with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Curry's shot is good.
Well, certain guys are so lethal in the mid-range, you almost want them to take it. Stephen Curry, one of those guys.
Pass to Powell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. What do you have to say?
I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Now you can see that the ability for Jimmy Butler to put it on the deck will keep your defender off balance. That opens up the space for his three-point shot.
And the dunk by Zubac.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Here's Podziemski. After the made shot from Norman Powell. Pass to Curry. Good work defensively by Harden.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Dunn. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Leonard.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Checked in for Curry. Jones checked in for the Clippers. And now we'll look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. Second, Ivica Zubac.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Green. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. How last month turned out for him. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Now, here's Zubac. 17 points in his last outing. The 3 from Harden. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors trail by 6. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin, a 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Now Powell, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. And it's Zubac atop the key. Powell sets a screen for Zubac. Back to Powell, 4 on the clock. From deep three-point land. Kept alive, fires the 3. Jones, no luck. To halt the run, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, that's the level of tenacity that Jimmy Butler brings to the game. Finishes through contact as well as anyone, maybe short of LeBron James.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Trayce Jackson-Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moody. And it's Peyton in for Brandon Podziemski.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. They grab their own miss. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
There's 21 seconds left in the first. And here is Hield. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Pass to Butler. 1 second left. Can't get the layup. And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Stephen Curry's doing. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. He informed me that he took a big hit to his forearm, and now he has a sizable bruise. That's all. It's amazing. He's good to come back into the game. In fact, Kevin, he's already back in the game.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Bogdanovich out there with Simmons. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team.
Who's going home with a free t-shirt?
Here. Looney's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Dunn's checked in. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Curry looking around. Pass to Looney. Here's Kuminga. 6 to shoot. Over Jones. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Dunn outside. Pass to Coffey. Now Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Dunn outside. Shoots over Curry. That's good from Dunn on the assist from Zubac. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Well, this is Zubac. He's such a team-first guy. You find an open teammate, put the ball where it needs to be.
Curry passes to Hield. Back to Curry. Takes the 3. Curry parries the 3 shot.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Clippers leading by 3. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially late on drives to the rim.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. And then for the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Amir Coffey. And James Harden has subbed in for Bogdanovich. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Jones. Harden kicks to Jones. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from three.
Kawhi Leonard's career three-point percentage might shock people. And I'm telling you, as a defender, I'm not conceding that one.
Down low, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Zubac. The Warriors making the shot. Jones, the pass to Harden. Done with this screen on Curry. And here's Harden for three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
But James Harden has run millions of pick and rolls in his career. He is the master of it. Understands what the defense concedes and then goes right at it.
Podziemski on the wing. Dunn covering. Pass to Butler. Curry against Harden. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles leads cut to just 5 on the basket from Stephen Curry.
Well, just terrific unselfishness from the veteran forward. Jimmy Butler more than willing to pass if he finds a teammate open.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Hield's checked in for the Warriors. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Butler dishes to Hield. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Hield's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Harden outside. Back to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Butler. And stolen by Butler.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Leonard attacking. Can't connect from short range. Moody the pass to Butler. Hield outside. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. Let's get right into it. The story tonight is a tight matchup for the Clippers after 2 quarters.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds, like you're stealing a piece of that cake over there, Kenny.
Good too.
And now time to fill you in on some of the other NBA action. The Pacers are in a close one against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Still a 2-point game as that one's in the 4th quarter of play.
Great battle between these teams. They're playing so hard.
Yeah, no question. That game could go either way. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Golden State's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Now here's Leonard. To Zubac, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also, his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Now, here's Curry. He's got 7. Back to Moody. And the slam by Moody.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Golden State. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Next man, get ready everyone. You see yourself on the screen, you know what to do. Show us those moves. Let's go.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Norman Powell. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Harden kicks to Powell. Back to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
And here is Zubac. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. Screen by Zubac. The shot by Powell, no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Curry crashes inside.
Great play calling, great execution leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Pass to Powell. Harden right side. And there's the drive. Done. Wide open. He fires. Here's Zubac. And he banks in the layup.
You love to see Zubac get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
Butler passes to Curry.
2 minutes remaining.
Green, the screen. Another three for Golden State.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Leonard on the wing. And stolen by Butler. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Dunn finds Harden. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Harden's got 14 points.
One of the great NBA players one-on-one in the history of the game, James Harden, has got a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Butler from outside. It's hauled in by Dunn. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Over Butler. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Right block shot. Here's Moody. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Moody's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Harden outside. Zubac with the screen for Harden. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 17 points in the game.
James Harden understands answering a three with your own three negates any momentum of your opponent.
Back to Curry. A three. And another three for Golden State.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time. And
stolen by Butler. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And the shot goes in. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
That's an example of the speed of Draymond Green. Leaks out in transition and makes the defense pay.
Leonard inside. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Dunn. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Jones. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Hield. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Curry against Dunn. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Three-pointer, Hield. Rebound by the Clippers. Lets a floater go, and there's the nice layup by Dunn.
That's unblockable, that floater. One of the many shots in Dunn's arsenal.
Out to the right wing. Outside Kerr. Six on the shot clock. Pulls it up. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Curry is in his bag. This guy has such a versatile offensive arsenal.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
One more time for D.S. Lakers.
Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell comes in for Amir Coffey. And it's Harden in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Podziemski. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Curry against Harden. Shoots from 12. Three-pointer, Butler. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dunn against Kerr. Dunn kicks to Harden to the middle. Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Podziemski. Now Green, a 3-ball. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now here's Leonard. Rebound by Butler. Warriors leading by 4. in the corner. Moody with it. Pass to Pajemski. Outside, Green. Moody with it. Powell on him.
The officials are all over that one.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Here's Leonard. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. No one near Curry as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists in the game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Harden to pass to Zubac. Powell with it. The 3. Drains the three-pointer.
How's that for an answer? Norman Powell says, I'll see that 3 and raise you one.
Now here's Curry. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Harden.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
It counts! And now they trail by just 4.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Now here's Curry, and the rejection by Harden. To the paint, here's Leonard over Butler. Leonard, no luck.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Powell. Done outside. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This team feels comfortable with Dunn taking these huge shots because he just finds a way to nail them.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
At the line for the Dubs, Stephen Curry, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Here's Powell. And Moody pulls it down. And they go to the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Harden kicks to Powell. They get it back. Pass to Leonard. There's the 3. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final. All right, D.A.